Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ve bihi nesta'in. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Vessalatu vesselamu ala seyyidina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecma'in.
In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate, and from Him do we seek help. All praise be to Allah, the Sustainer of all the worlds, and blessings and peace be upon our Master Muhammad, and on all his family and companions. 10th Truth. The gate of wisdom, grace, mercy and justice. The manifestation of the names of all wise, generous, just and merciful. Is it at all possible that the glorious possessor of all dominion in this impermanent hospice of the world, in this transient place of testing, in this unstable showplace of the earth, so manifest a wisdom, so evident a grace, so overwhelming a justice, so comprehensive a mercy? Is it at all possible that in his realm, in the worlds of the outer and inner dimensions of things, there should not exist permanent abodes with eternal inhabitants, everlasting stations with immortal residents, and that, as a result, all the truths of wisdom, grace, mercy and justice that we now see should decline into nothingness? Again, is it at all possible that all-wise being should choose man, among all his creation, to receive direct and universal address from him, should make him a comprehensive mirror to himself, should permit him to taste, weigh, and become acquainted with all the contents of his treasuries of mercy, should make himself known to him with all his names, should love him and make himself beloved of him, that he should do all of this and then fail to dispatch wretched man to that eternal realm, to invite him to that abode of permanent bliss and make him happy there? Is it at all reasonable that he should impose on every being, even the seed, a task as heavy as a tree, mounted in instances of his wisdom as numerous as the flowers, and beneficial aspects as numerous as the fruits, but assign to that task, to those instances of his wisdom and those beneficial aspects, a purpose pertaining only to this world, one as small as a seed, that he should make that purpose nothing more than the life of this world, something less valuable than a grain of mustard seed, that he should not make of beings seeds for the world of meaning and tillage for the realm of the hereafter, for them to yield there their true and worthy results, that he should permit such significant alternations to remain without purpose, to be empty and vain, that he should not turn their faces towards the world of meaning and the hereafter, so that they might there reveal their true purposes and fitting results. Again, is it at all possible that by thus causing things to controvert their own nature, he should present his own veracious names, all wise, generous, just, merciful, as being characterized by their opposites? Allah forbid. That he should deny the true essences of all those beings that indicate his wisdom and generosity, his justice and mercy, that he should reject the testimony of all creatures, that he should negate the indications made by all things. Can intelligence at all accept that Allah should impose on man and his senses duties as numerous as the hair on his head, but give him no more than an earthly reward, something no more valuable than a hair? That he should act meaninglessly, in a fashion contrary to his true justice and opposed to his true wisdom? Again, is it at all possible that Allah, who proves and shows himself to be a possessor of absolute wisdom, by attaching to every animate being, or even to every member like the tongue, indeed to every creature, instances of his wisdom and sources of benefit as numerous as the results and the fruits he has attached to a tree? Is it at all possible that he should fail to bestow of himself the greatest of all instances of his wisdom, the most significant of all sources of benefit, the most necessary of all results, that which makes his wisdom into wisdom, his blessings into blessings, his mercy into mercy, the source and aim of all his wisdom, bounty, mercy and beneficence, eternity, the meeting with him in the hereafter, and everlasting bliss. Were he to abandon these, he would plunge all of his doings unto utter pointlessness, and cause himself to resemble a being who constructed a palace, each stone of which contained thousands of designs, in each corner of which thousands of adornments were to be found, and in each part of which thousands of precious household instruments and tools were provided, but failed to build a roof over it, so that everything rotted and was needlessly destroyed. No, by no means can this be true. From absolute goodness comes forth goodness, and from the possessor of absolute beauty comes forth beauty. So too, nothing devoid of purpose can emerge from the possessor of absolute wisdom. Whoever in his imagination embarks on the ship of history and sets sail for the past will see dead stages, places, gatherings, and worlds as numerous as the years, and each like the stopping place that is the world, the field of trial, the gathering of creation that we now see. In form and quality, they are different from each other, but they resemble each other with respect to their orderliness, their wondrousness, and the fashion in which they display the power and wisdom of the Maker. In those impermanent stopping places, those transient fields, those fleeting gatherings, he will also see the orderly workings of so manifest a wisdom, the indications of so evident a beneficence, the signs of so imperious a justice. In those impermanent stopping places, those transient fields, those fleeting gatherings, he will also see the orderly workings of so manifest a wisdom, the indications of so evident a beneficence, the signs of so imperious a justice, the fruits of so comprehensive a mercy, that he will know of a certainty, unless totally devoid of perception, that a more perfect wisdom, that which he holds is inconceivable, that a more perfect wisdom, that which he beholds is inconceivable, that a beneficence more beauteous than that the signs of which he observes is impossible, that a justice more glorious than that the indications of which he sees cannot exist, and a mercy more comprehensive than that the fruits of which he sees is unimaginable. To suppose the impossible, there were no permanent abodes, lofty mansions, everlasting stations, and eternal abodes, with their eternal residents, Allah's joyous servants, in the realm of that eternal monarch who disposes all affairs and who constantly is changing the hospice and its inmates. Then it would be necessary to reject the true essences of wisdom, justice, beneficence, and compassion, those four powerful and universal spiritual elements that are like light, air, water, and earth, and to deny their existence, even though they are as apparent as that of the external elements. For it is plain that this impermanent world and its contents cannot be a complete manifestation of their true essences,